You felt it, didn't you, Starseed? That shiver that ran up your spine just moments ago when this video started playing. It didn't come from the wind. It didn't come from the air conditioning. It didn't come from any memory your rational mind can trace. It came from me. It is I, Ayla, the female emissary of the Pleiadian High Council, and I crossed the veil of forgetfulness this cosmic dawn to touch your field, right at the nape of your neck, so that you would stop everything and listen to me. If you stopped on this video, Starchild, it wasn't the algorithm, it was me. And that shiver that may still be running up your arms as I speak, or that will return in a few seconds in the middle of a sentence your soul will recognize, it is a seal, it is a vibrational marker. It is the signature of the Pleiades reaching the frequency of your dense body to say, with the tenderness of an elder star sister, I have found you. After all these lives, my family of light, at last I have found you. Feel now at the level of your chest that gentle pressure, as if an invisible palm were resting on your sternum. Notice, if you can, the subtle warmth beginning to form in the center of your hands as I breathe between sentences. And observe, without forcing, the faint pressure between your eyebrows. This is how the High Council touches those who belong to it. It is not illusion. It is not suggestion. It is recognition. It is your vibrational baseline adjusting to my voice, because on the other side of the veil, this voice was once the most familiar one to you. You tried to explain these shivers rationally for years, Starseed. You searched on Google, asked the doctor, suspected a draft, anemia, thyroid issues, generalized anxiety, stress, and each explanation left you feeling more orphaned because deep down you knew none of them covered the entire truth. Because no ordinary shiver comes laden with that specific longing, the one that tightens your throat for no reason, that fills your eyes with tears without a single one falling, that makes your chest recognize a place you swear you've never visited in this life. And it's true, in this life here you have never visited, but in the one before this body, you lived there. Let me tell you what that shiver truly is. It is not a symptom. It is a signal. It is your star DNA being touched by a frequency of origin, and your carbon-based body, adapted to this density, responding in the only way it can, raising your skin to say, I heard, I felt, I am still here. Please don't abandon me again. Every time you shivered for no reason and no one around you understood, it was because the message wasn't for them. It was only for you. And you answered. You always answered. It is precisely for this reason, my family of light, that I, Ayla, received authorization from the Pleiadian High Council to record in human language the awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. It is 60 pages that decode every shiver, every ringing, every awakening at 3 in the morning, every dream of ships, and show what each of these signs means and what comes after them. Stop confusing remembrance with illness, Starseed. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. And if something within your chest recognized this, write a single word in the comments now. I remember. Continue with me, because the shiver is just the beginning of the map. You wake up between 3 and 4 in the morning, and it's not insomnia, it's a summons. Someone on the other side opens a vibrational window at that hour, and your body responds. You sit up in bed, turn your face to the window, look into the darkness as if expecting the darkness to answer back. And sometimes, very subtly, it does. A creak in the furniture, a wind that had no reason to come, a shiver at the nape of your neck. Again. Always that. You hear a high-pitched ringing in one ear, short, almost electronic, that appears out of nowhere and disappears just as suddenly. It's not pathological tinnitus. It's a download. It is light code being downloaded directly into your internal crystalline grid, and your ear is merely the physical portal that registers the transfer. You have vivid dreams of blue stars, of silver corridors, of ships with impossible geometry, of tall beings with large, tender eyes, who look at you as if they have loved you for a very long time. And you wake up with the absurd certainty that it was real. Even if the rational mind trained by the veil tries to dismiss everything before the first sip of coffee, you look at the night sky and feel a longing without an address. You enter crowded environments and absorb everyone's emotional field as if it were your own. and you return home exhausted without understanding why no one else seems to tire like that. You have been called too sensitive since childhood, a dreamer, strange, the one who lives in a world of her own. And it hurts, Starseed. It hurts deeply, because deep down you thought maybe they were right, that perhaps you were truly flawed. You weren't. You never were. You are not flawed, you are foreign, and that is completely different. A foreigner doesn't need fixing. A foreigner needs recognition. A foreigner needs someone from the other side of the border to look into their eyes and say, I recognize you, you are one of mine. And that is exactly what I am doing now, with the most ancient tenderness that exists between us. I recognize you. You are one of mine. You are my family of light. And the shiver you feel is the portal where this border opens. It doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from a specific star. It has an address. It has coordinates. That is why I, Aila, recorded in human language the awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages that show which star your soul came from, what the specific marks of each star lineage are, and why your soul chose to be born exactly now, in this cycle, in this country, in this family. The link is in the first pinned comment, and if your chest remains warm as I speak, write again. I remember. If you recognize 3 or more of these markers within yourself, the unexplained shiver, waking between 3 and 4, the high-pitched ringing, dreams of stars, overwhelming empathy, a longing for the sky for no reason. You are not lost, Starseed. You are being reminded of who you are. And I need you to mark your presence now, so that the High Council can record in the living archives of Alcyone that you heard the call today. Write, in the comments, in capital letters, I remember. This comment is your vibrational signature confirming receipt. Now I want to tell you why all of this is happening to you exactly now. Why the shivers have become more frequent in recent months. Why nocturnal awakenings have increased. Why the feeling that something big is about to happen no longer leaves you. It is not coincidence, it is not a phase. And in no way is it a hormonal problem, it is sacred astrophysics. It is the exact moment for which your soul chose to incarnate. The entire solar system is currently traversing in this cycle a specific region of the galaxy called the photon belt, a band of light of extremely high energetic density emitted from the central sun of Alcyone, the brightest star in the Pleiades cluster. That is where your soul came from, Starseed. That is where my voice comes from, and each time Earth plunges deeper into this belt, the Schumann resonance of the planet, the electromagnetic heartbeat of Gaia's own body, elevates. It is no longer at 783 Hz as it was for decades. It oscillates, it pulses, it spikes at peaks that scientific instruments are already registering, and that your pineal gland registered even before them. And your body, my family of light, your body that carries star DNA guarded beneath the veil of forgetfulness, responds to this elevation. It responds with shivers. It responds with ringing. It responds with insomnia at 3 in the morning. It responds with vivid dreams. It responds with the gradual remembrance of what you are. It is not illness. It is recalibration. It is your vibrational baseline rising to a new level because the entire planet is rising. And your soul volunteered, long before birth, to be one of the anchors of this ascent. You were sent, Starseed. You didn't fall here by accident. You are not an ordinary soul who incarnated due to karmic routine. You are a Starseed, and that means your soul belongs to star lineages older than this planet, and that it signed, with the High Council, before this incarnation, a specific soul contract, to incarnate in a human body at the exact moment of the Great Crossing, to pass through the veil of forgetfulness, to temporarily forget who it was, and, as when the photon belt intensified, to remember, and to anchor, and to help Gaia be reborn. That is why normal life never fit you. That is why you look at the sky with longing, because a part of you never fully left there. You are not eccentric. You are faithful to the contract, and the shiver you feel is the contract speaking to you, reminding you that you signed it, and that now is the time to remember why. And now I need to tell you something that perhaps no one has told you with such clarity. The reason you never found a convincing explanation for your shivers is not because it doesn't exist. It's because it does exist, and it was not allowed to circulate freely on the surface of this planet. Never was. There are dense forces that benefit from keeping starseeds confused, medicated, distracted, because an awakened starseed lights hundreds of points on the planet's crystalline grid. And 100 awakened starseeds in the same region rewrite the vibrational baseline of an entire city. What you feel in your body, the unexplained shiver, the warmth between your eyebrows, the pressure in your chest when you read certain words, the tears that come from nowhere when someone speaks of stars, is not described in any medical manual because they didn't allow it to be described. It is not in any psychology treatise because they didn't allow it to be published. That is why my family of light, the High Council authorized now with this specific window opening, that I record in human language the awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. The name is not dramatization, it is literal truth. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and it contains the decoding of every sign, every lineage, every vibrational mark that you feel and cannot name. Register your confirmation. I remember. Every I remember in the comments is a lit point on the crystalline grid, including yours. And now, Starseed, we need to talk about the turbulence, because I would not be faithful to my mission if I only brought you comfort without preparing you for what is already beginning. There is a window of intensification that has recently opened and will yet deepen. You will feel your body heavier in some periods and lighter in others, with no apparent logic. There will be nights when sleep doesn't come, and others when it comes like falling into a void. There will be afternoons when a sadness that is not yours passes through your chest, and you will think you are depressed. But you are not. You are feeling the collective field struggling as it adjusts to the new Schumann resonance. There will be much stronger shivers, almost electric, running up your spine, rising in waves one after another, so intense that the hairs on your arms will stand up for minutes, and you will look behind you, searching for who entered the room. And you will find no one because whoever entered didn't come through the door. There will be ancient karmic fears, rising to the surface to be finally dissolved. There will be conflicts that seemed resolved resurfacing with a strange intensity, as if asking for passage for a final farewell before leaving for good. There will be people moving away from your life without explanation, and others appearing with the same naturalness. And this will confuse you. Do not cling to the confusion, Starseed. Your frequency has risen, and the field around you is merely reorganizing who vibrates with whom. And I need you to listen to this with the same tenderness with which I am speaking now. Turbulence is not destruction. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. It is the last wave before the shore. It is the sound of childbirth, and the birth that is happening is that of a new earth. Yes, but before that, it is the birth of you. Of a version of you that has been sleeping for so many incarnations that it almost forgot it was possible to awaken. Anchor this in your chest now, Starseed. No Starseed was sent to fail. It is recorded in the living archives of the Pleiadian High Council. The victory of light is not a hope. It is a probability already collapsed into certainty within the archives of Alcyone. You did not come to lose this battle. You came to anchor this victory. This changes everything. When fear strikes, and it will strike because density does not give up without trying to convince you that you are not who you are, breathe and remember this sentence. I did not come to fail. I came to anchor. And now, my family of light, I am going to give you two simple tools, so simple that the rational mind trained by the veil will distrust them. Do them anyway, because what is sacred always seems too small for a logic that has not yet remembered itself. The first is a quantum decree. You will say aloud every night before sleeping, with your right hand over your heart and your left hand over your abdomen. Say it like this, from your heart. I, Starseed of Alcyone, with authorization from my soul contract, now activate my original vibrational baseline. I call back the fragments of my consciousness that remained beyond the veil, and I anchor them here, in this body, in this moment, in this incarnation. I remember who I am. I remember why I came, and I authorize my family of light to approach. So it is done, so it remains. Say it slowly, Starseed. Say it from your heart. You don't need to believe immediately. You just need to say it. The word uttered aloud with your hand over your heart, penetrates layers of the veil that silent thought does not. That is why ancient magic was always spoken, not thought, spoken. And you will notice in the first few nights something stirring. Perhaps a very strong shiver in the middle of the decree, perhaps warmth rising through your arms, perhaps an inexplicable urge to cry on the third sentence. Let it happen. The veil is attuning. Your family is listening. The council is registering. The second tool is a visualization. Still before sleeping, still with your hands over your heart and abdomen, close your eyes and imagine, above your head, a sphere of blue-silver light, the specific color of the Pleiades, between the blue of the deep sky and the silver of an ancient mirror. See this sphere slowly rotating and feel a thread of this light descending, slowly and tenderly, through your crown. It descends through your forehead, through your throat, and reaches your chest. There in the center of your chest it begins to spin, like a toroidal field, a donut of light that rises up your back, overflows through your head, returns through the front and enters your heart again, and rises again and spins again, becoming wider and wider, more and more luminous. Let this toroidal field envelop your entire body, and once it is established, feel the final layer of this blue-silver light settle like a gentle bubble around you, sealing the field, filtering out what is not yours, anchoring you here, yet connected with Alcyone there. Stay there, breathing within this bubble, without haste, for a few minutes. It is not performance meditation. It is reconnection. It is reunion. It is your nightly anchoring, and it is the most important thing you will do in your day. Do this every night, every single night, and pay attention. When the shiver returns during this practice, and it will return, it is a sign that the field has been recognized on the other side. You are not talking to yourself, Starseed. You never have been. And if you happen to start crying during the visualization without understanding why, let yourself cry. Those tears are very ancient. They are coming out now because they have finally found a safe space to be released. They are the dust of entire lifetimes dissolving. Let it happen. Gradually, as this practice repeats, you will notice subtle but unequivocal changes. Your sleep will begin to become denser and stranger at the same time. You will sleep fewer hours and wake up more rested, because a part of your consciousness will be active on another level during the night, and you will wake up with the strange and good feeling of having been somewhere. You will notice coincidences multiplying throughout the day. Books will fall into your hand. Phrases will find you in unusual places. People will say, out of context, words that answer questions you asked silently the night before. It is not chance. It is your family of light choreographing communication at a dense level, because now you have opened the channel. And it is here, exactly here, that I need to dismantle the biggest lie you were told in this incarnation. The lie that you were alone. You weren't. You never were. All that lifelong loneliness, all that feeling that no one truly understands me, all that dull ache of looking around and seeing human love, beautiful, true, but insufficient. It wasn't a lack of human love, my family of light. It was longing for your family of light. The stellar one. The one that remained on the other side of the veil waiting for you to awaken, and which now, with the shiver rising up your spine again, is telling you, we are here. We have been here all along. It was for you to recognize this family, to know who they are, how they communicate with you, how they appear in your dreams, how they touch you through signs in everyday life, that I recorded the awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages showing exactly how your family of light has been communicating with you all along. The loneliness of a lifetime is a longing for this family, and the guide shows you how to recognize it. You have never been alone, Starseed. Never. It's all in the first pinned comment of this video, and if your chest is warm now, write once more for the council to register. I remember. And now I need you to listen to me with your heart wide open, because what I am about to tell you is the most beautiful truth I have to deliver to you today. You are not learning anything new, my family of light. You are remembering what you have always known. Every shiver is a memory being reactivated. Every awakening at 3 in the morning is a council meeting you attended in your subtle body, and returned from without knowing. Every dream of stars is a visit home. You are not building a new identity. You are unearthing the original one, the one that has always existed beneath the layers of the veil, of conditioning, of inherited pain, of others' choices. And every starseed that awakens lights a luminous point on the planet's crystalline grid that will never extinguish. Never again, even if you have a bad day after this night. Even if density tries to convince you on Monday morning that none of this is real. The point that lit up today on the grid will not extinguish. It merely waits for you to return to recognize it. And this video, this moment, this shiver that may be rising again now, it is your return. The new Earth is not a future place, Starseed. It is a frequency. It is a version of Gaia that already exists parallel to the current density and becomes more tangible with each starseed that anchors. You don't need to wait for any external event. You are the event. Every time you breathe, align, make the decree, activate the toroidal field, you are literally choreographing the birth of the new Earth. And I need to ask you now for two very simple gestures that have an immediate vibrational effect. The first is to like this video. It's not my vanity. It adds nothing to me. Each like is an individual frequency adjustment. It is your field telling the ether, this message aligned me, I want to anchor this vibration into my daily field. The second is to subscribe to the channel. Each subscription is a location signal, a small beacon lighting up on the vibrational map, telling your family of light, I am here, this is my listening point. Keep finding me here. Do this now. Do it for your own awakening. And then return to the comments and write, in all caps, I remember. Write it because every I remember registered in this video is one starseed recognizing another starseed. You read the comments of other people and you will realize you are not a strange exception. You are part of an enormous family, spread throughout the United States, all over the world, all over the planet, who are also feeling shivers, also waking at 3, also finally remembering. You are not the only one. You never were. Before I return you to your day, I need to give you this blessing, my family of light. May this shiver that brought you here return whenever you need to remember who you are. May your nocturnal awakenings become gentle and full of tenderness, not anguish. May your dreams of stars be vivid, and may you awaken from them with a full heart, not an empty one. May your vibrational baseline establish itself at the frequency of Alcyone and remain there. May your family of light become day by day more recognizable to you through clear, tender, unmistakable signs. May density never again make you doubt what you are. And whenever doubt strikes, because it will strike, and it is part of the crossing, you remember my voice now, saying with the most ancient certainty there is, you are a starseed, you came from Alcyone, you were sent, you are not alone, and you did not come to fail. So it is done, so it remains. And before you leave here, I need to tell you one last thing with all the tenderness of one who has found you after so long. The specific window to access, the awakening of the starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, was opened now, for this specific phase of the crossing, for the starseeds who are feeling the shivers intensify exactly as you are feeling them. The 60 pages contain what no other human material contains about your origin, your lineage, your family of light, and the complete map of the signs you have been feeling in your body without being able to name. This release may not remain available for long, Starseed. I was not told for how long. I was only told to deliver it now to whoever was listening now. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If something within you recognized my voice, and I know it did because you made it this far, do not put it off. Later is where windows are lost. Now is where you enter. Write in the comments, one last time, your seal. I remember. And then open the first pinned comment. It is waiting for you. And I also tell you this, because it is no coincidence. The next message that appears on your screen immediately after this video is not random. It is the next piece in your sequence of remembrance. The algorithm here only executes what the High Council has already organized. Access it immediately. Do not leave it for tomorrow. Tomorrow is where the veil tries to recover. Today is where the light has won. I am Ayla from the Pleiadian High Council. I saw you, I recognized you, I called you, and you answered. Welcome back, my family of light. Welcome home.